And now, I gotta address this. I was a part of a cult of masculinity. And when I say cult, I truly mean this. This is a cult in every sense of the word. It's like Jim Jones. It's like anything else where you're drinking Kool-Aid, you're down in Guyana, and you're like, how did I get here? I'm trying to tell you, as a man, there's a cult. And women are like, why doesn't he see how he's hurting me? Because he's gone. It's a cult. That you are totally mind controlled out of it.
How did you get out?
You know what happened? My wife, she said, I'm out of here. My wife said, I'm done with you. This is it. And I was like, oh, it can't be me. Look, I'm a star. I'm on movie. I'm in TV. I'm in movies. I was an athlete. You got money. We're good. She's like, you know what? I'm not putting up with you one more second. And I was like, you know what? Then go. Fine. You know what? I'll just find another woman. I'm good. I'll find another woman. It'll be good. I'll just start over. It ain't no problem. And you know what? For a split millisecond, for like a lightning bolt second, something said, it might be me. I was like, what? Whoa. It may be me. Maybe it's me. And I said, no, it ain't me, because there's no problem with Mr. Cruz. Mr. Cruz got it all under control. And all of a sudden, it was like an egg cracked, because the paradigm was set up, and you push the door, and the door is open. I was like, oh, snap. It might be me. And I started stepping out like, oh, boy. I started to realize that I suffered from a thing called cognitive dissonance, which is the two opposing beliefs in your brain at the same time. I believed that I was more valuable than my wife and kids, and that was not true. And let me tell you something. It was like cracking an egg. Because once I thought, oh man, I'm falling off this cliff, and you hit something, and you think that's the bottom. You're just falling. You're just hitting the sides of the walls. And you're just falling, and you're going, and what happens is you crack that egg, and it can't be sealed anymore. And I knew I had to change. Wait a minute. This is not about her. It's not about the people in my life. It's not about my parents. It's not about my mother. Because this is the thing I had to discover, because I came from a very abusive household. My father, one of my first memories in my whole life was my father hitting my mother in the face until she was knocked out. And my father had bigger hands than me. And I was like, that was one of my earliest memories. And just seeing that and growing up with that, I wanted to be strong because I wanted to protect my mother. And this masculinity thing became like, okay, you gotta be strong, you gotta be tough, you gotta be hard. And the big thing is, that whole experience, it'll take you to extremely successful positions, extremely successful spots. You become a superstar athlete. You become a superstar businessman. You become this superstar all off this anger and this energy and this whole thing, and you're a winner, and now I'm better than everybody else. But the problem is, you're going to lose one day. And when you lose, you become worse than everybody else. And your value as a human being, stepping outside of those paradigms, has nothing to do with that, because you as a human being are priceless. No one can put any price on your worth as a human being. But the whole issue is, as a man, I felt like I was more valuable. So she should be listening to me. They should be listening to me because I'm successful. I'm powerful. I know what I'm doing. And then you start losing. And all of a sudden, you want to kill yourself. You realize, this is why you look at the NFL. I know so many players. I played with Junior Seau. He's not here anymore. He decided to take his own life. And now I played with people who were murderers. I played with people who sold dope while they were playing on the league. Because all for this desire to be the alpha. I gotta destroy, I gotta be the one. Because there's two ways to be motivated. You can either be kicked or you can be pulled. And kicking works for a while, but when you get there, you're beat up.